Got it. Okay, let's try it again. All right, so from your super comfy position, please make sure that you do whatever fidget that you need to do to make sure that you're nice and comfortable. Feel grounded through the sits bones. Take a moment to check in with shoulders, check in with head and neck, check in with your jaw, making sure that all of that is reasonably soft. Let your hands come to rest, palms facing up in a space of receiving. And on these first few cycles of breath, just allow your body to breathe you. And just begin to notice any areas where you might be feeling tension. Send some breath down to those areas. If you need to do a little fidget in order to make sure that you're really comfortable, please do so. I love the fidget. And just notice how your body moves as you inhale. How your body moves as you exhale. Notice that as you begin to come into your space of observation, shoulders begin to relax, jaw begins to soften, breath becomes a little bit more regular. When you feel ready, come from the low belly, taking that inhale, and take a moment to count how many counts it takes you to do a complete inhale. And then as you exhale, count again and see if you can extend that exhale, maybe 2 counts. If it feels like you're taking in too much oxygen or too much air at the front of the breath, then I encourage you to gently narrow the back of the throat, the low throat, which is going to go ahead and slow down the amount of oxygen you can take in at one time. You may also find that that helps you lengthen your inhale a little bit. And as you exhale, you can also continue to narrow the back of the throat so that again, you're letting out a steady stream of breath as you take in a steady stream of breath. And just follow the inhale and then float into the exhale. Find the pattern as you move back and forth between the ebb and the flow of your breath. And notice that as you begin to lengthen and extend your breath, your mind begins to quiet. Your body begins to soften. And you, as the center of your body around your lungs, becomes your focus. I want you to go ahead and take 2 more full cycles of breath at the pace that feels comfortable for you. When you are done with your second full cycle of breath, gently take your palms and place them over your heart. Good. When you're ready, we're going to go ahead and move the breath now into sound, allowing the focus to remain on the inhale through the nose, and as you make sound, exhaling through the mouth softly. We'll start by singing the sound of ah, then we'll move into the sound of o, and then the sound of mm. On your fourth breath, please quietly set your intent for your practice today as something that you most need and something that you most desire. So when you're ready, finding that belly breath, when you're ready, gently release your hands. Let them turn palms facing down for a moment. Take another full cycle of breath coming through the nose. Again, feeling that gentle extension through the exhale. And what I hope for you today, my hope for you today is that this breath that we began with, that you can continue to breathe in this breath through your practice today. So allow your eyes to gently open, corners of your mouth to gently turn up in a smile. Take your first two fingers and where your earlobe meets your jaw, just check in and make sure that there's not too much tension in that area. Then take the two fingers and I want you to circle in a clockwise motion, slowly. Making sure that this masseter muscle is not braced and that it is soft. And then when you're ready, gently reverse, moving in a counterclockwise motion. At the end of the round that you're working on, gently take the index fingers back at the edge of the jaw up by the earlobe, noticing if there is a tenderness there. And let's go ahead and do lion. So gently, or just variation of lion. We don't have to cross our eyes. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a very strong exhale, opening through the jaw and sticking out the tongue. Exhale. Good. And let it relax. And then one more time, gently rotate around that masseter muscle in a clockwise motion. And then counterclockwise. Good. And then gently allow that to release. Take a moment and see if you can shift your jaw a little bit from left to right. Just making sure that it feels soft and not braced. Okay, from here, We're going to go ahead and do heron pose. We haven't done this one in a while. So what I invite you to do is you're going to go ahead and take your strap, and we're going to use this as a warm-up for reclining hand to toe pose. All right, Supta Pada Pustasana. So we're going to start with your left knee up. I'm going to scoot myself back just a little bit more so that you can see. I apologize, I've got some sunlight coming in, so if that makes it difficult to see me, I'm sorry. You can do this either on the floor or you can do this on your bolster. I want you to take your right leg and just go ahead and bring it across in a space that's comfortable. You're going to take your strap, place it around the ball of your left foot. Okay. And then hold on to the strap with that left hand. Okay. The trick here is to stay long through the spine. So it really doesn't matter how high you get your leg. What's far more important is that you have length through the spine. Does that make sense? Good. All right. Now here, because we're doing hip flexion, please focus on remaining strong through the core. Okay. So as you exhale, I want you to find that area that's in between your pelvis, just below the belly button, and keep that gently active. Okay. So when you're ready, as you exhale, drawing in, I want you to go ahead and gently kick that left leg out. Notice if all of a sudden, as you kicked that left leg out, if you rocked back, and instead, I want you to stay upright. There you go, good, beautiful. Then take a moment to notice if your left shoulder has hitched up. So take a moment and find, good, beautiful, you guys. Now you're going to use your breath. So you're going to take another smooth inhale. And then as you exhale, I want you to gently open that left leg out towards the left. And please remember, you are using that extended exhale. Beautiful, you guys. Good, very nice. Good, nice. Thank you for the adjustments. Another deep inhale. And again, as you exhale, drawing in through the core, I want you to go ahead and smoothly bring the leg back. This time, I want you to take that right hand, wrap it around. You may need to take this left hand and either place it on your bolster or your zafu or down on the floor, whichever's most comfortable. And now we're going to just move this into a really gentle twist. So again, inhale smoothly. Exhale, find that engagement through the core and gently bring this left leg over to the right. You're going to just very gently gaze to the left. Beautiful. Good. Wow, y'all, you look great. Smooth, steady breath. If this feels at all uncomfortable through the spinal column, squeeze a little bit through this left side of the trunk. And then gently release. Bend into the knee. Release the strap. Bring this left leg down and now bring your right leg up. Okay. So here we go. Strap comes around the ball of the right foot. Hold on to the strap with the right leg. And when you're ready, kick it out. Remember that you're staying long through the spine. This is not about how high I can get it. This is about how long and tall I can sit. When you're ready, smooth inhale. As you exhale, find that core and gently bring that right leg out to the right. There you go, good. Take a moment to notice if you're leaning a little bit over to the left, bring yourself back up, right? Check in with the shoulders. Notice your breath. How does it feel? Okay. With your next exhale, find that engagement, bring it back to the center. Change hands, left hand now takes hold. Right hand comes either to the zafu or down on the floor. Another deep, smooth inhale. Exhale, draw in, and gently take that right leg a little bit over to the left. There you go, beautiful. Good. Gaze is going to be a little bit over to the right. So we're looking at about a 35, 40 degree angle. Beautiful. Notice if you're tipping your chin down, and if you can bring it so that underneath your jaw is parallel to the ground. That way you're going to look a little bit further away. Breathing, and then gently release. Bend into the knee, and bring it down. Okay, so now we're going to change plane of gravity. We're going to work a little bit into our shoulders as well, so keep your strap handy. And we're going to move our blankets or cushions, and we're going to come down onto our back. Before you get down, also make sure that you've got a block. So we're looking for strap and block. Gently, slowly bringing yourself down. Knees are bent. Good. As you're here, taking a moment to just check in, making sure that everything feels really yummy. Take a moment and see if from this plane of gravity, you can extend your exhale again by a few counts. So count your inhale. And then with your exhale, see if you can extend. And then do that one more time. Okay, so from here again, we're going to go ahead. We'll start with the left leg. So the right leg, the knee can either remain upright or you can extend that right leg. You've got your strap. You're going to place the strap around, again, the ball of the foot. So what's happening now is that we're changing planes of gravity. So this might feel like this is a little bit more work than it was when we did it sitting, from a sitting place. Your left hand arm is extended, and here's what I want you to do. Before you begin, I want you to take this left pectoral muscle, and I want you to squeeze the pectoral muscle so that you draw your shoulder blade to the front, but it's coming from the pectoral muscle. So just notice that. Then I want you to allow that left front of the chest to relax. Let the shoulder blade sink into the floor, and then try retracting that left shoulder muscle, that left scapula, in towards the center of the spine. And then bring it back to neutral. So you should be able to feel the back of the scapula on the floor. When you're ready, exhale, find the engagement through the core, and gently bring that left leg out towards the left. Let me scoot over just a little bit. Okay. And breathe. Now, as you're here, I want you to squeeze a little bit through your glute rather than just allowing the muscle to hang and the leg to hang. You're going to fire through the quadricep muscle a little bit, fire through the glute a little bit, fire into the hamstring a little bit. Let this be an active place. From here, you're going to ask your adductor muscles. You have 5 of them on the inner part of your leg. So I want you to squeeze those muscles. You are not pulling up with your arm. Instead, you are pulling your leg up, using your adductor muscles to come all the way back up to center. Now change hands. Allow the right hand to hold the strap, left hand to come out. Slow, steady inhale. On the exhale, engage through the core and gently begin to bring this left leg over towards the right. I want you to see on this first part, if you can just keep as much of the back of your pelvis on the mat as possible. So this is not yet a twist. Again, I want you to find that left glute, and I want you to squeeze and see if you can work towards pulling that left glute a little bit closer down towards the floor. Continue to breathe. With the next exhale, again engaging, you can then, as long as it feels good, allow that left hip to rise up and gently take yourself into a little bit of a twist. Breathe here. Making sure that this feels good through the spinal column. Slow, steady breath. Now, to straighten yourself and bring the leg all the way back up, you're going to get to find your core. So not only are you going to squeeze through your glute, but I also want you to engage through that left core to pull the leg back upright. When both sides of the pelvis are equally grounded, you can release the strap from the foot, interlace your fingers either behind the knee or just below, and find that gentle Pavana Mukhatasana, wind removing pose, as the knee moves up towards the shoulder. Gentle release there. When you're ready, allow that left leg to come down. And now we're going to repeat the same thing on the right side. So again, strap goes around the ball of the foot. Gently hold on with that right hand. Find your breath. Gentle engagement through the glute. And as you exhale, coming from a strong core, gently, slowly open that right leg out towards the right. Again, the leg stays active. So this is not about how wide the leg comes out. This is much more about, can you find a place that feels good, where the opening feels delicious. You would like to do more rather than your muscles actually moving away. I want your muscles to move into the stretch to a place that feels good. Continue to breathe on your next exhale, coming from that strong core. Find those adductor muscles on this right leg and pull the leg back up to vertical. And if you get a shake here, that's just fine. When your leg comes all the way back up to 90 degrees, go ahead, hold on to the strap with your left hand. Bring the right hand out into T formation. Slow inhale, and again, strong exhale, finding that engagement through the core. Gently begin to bring that right leg a little bit over to the left. Still feeling the yearning of the back side of that right pelvis towards the floor. So this is not necessarily a very large movement. As you're here, see if you can engage into this right glute and feel that right glute gently pull back towards the floor. Continue that smooth breath where the extension of the exhale continues. When you're ready, again on the exhale, come from that strong place of pelvic tone and gently lift that right hip up and take yourself into a gentle twist, only moving as far as it feels comfortable. Breathe deeply into this right lung, right side. Again, when you're ready, I want you to engage through the right side of this core, squeezing through the glute. Use those muscles to bring this right leg all the way back up to 90 degrees. Once that's happened, release the strap, bend into the knee, interlace the fingers either behind the knee or just below the kneecap, and gently take yourself into Pavana Mukha Uttanasana, or wind removing pose on this right side. Continue that slow, steady breath with the extension on the exhale. Gently release. Allow that right leg to come down. Take a moment here in a place of relaxation, Savasana, so that you can connect into your body. And then when you're ready, go ahead and take your block in your hands. Oh, actually, you know what? One moment, please. You know what we did? We didn't do this right arm. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to go ahead and bring right arm upright so that it is flexed. It's vertical, it's perpendicular to the floor, fingertips are facing up towards the ceiling. So what I want you to do here is I want you to find this right pectoral muscle, and I want you to squeeze that pectoral muscle in order to pull the shoulder blade forward. And breathe. Keep breathing. From here, then let that relax. And now I want you to retract that right shoulder blade, squeezing it towards the spine. And then let it relax. Now you can take your block, because now we're even. Okay, block comes up. I want you to go ahead, rather than holding on to the narrow part, I want you to hold on to the wide part so that there's a little bit more space in between your hands. Okay, here we go. So we're going to get to play with our shoulders a little bit. Again, coming from a really strong core. If it's too difficult for you, if this is uncomfortable for the lumbar spine, feel free to bend back into the knees. I want you guys to have a space of comfort with this. So either way, knees can be bent or knees can be long. Okay. When you're ready, as you exhale, engaging through your core, you're going to bring your arms up over your head. Making sure that the block does not rest on the floor. Sorry, I had to move myself because of the sun. In order to bring your arms forward, I want you to start squeezing the palms towards each other on the block, and I want you to start engaging through your pectoral muscles in the front. Gently, slowly bring your arms back upright. Good. Beautiful, you guys. That looks awesome. Let everything shake. Good. From here, we're going to gently twist to the left. So you're going to lift a little bit through the neck, through the top of the shoulders, and rotate round, coming through the torso. This right side, I want you to keep that engaged. Gently bringing yourself over to the left. Then inhale, squeeze through that core. Bring yourself back up. Let the back of the shoulders and the head rest on the ground. Now we're going to do this again, only we're going to twist over to the right. So again, gently lift a little bit through the head, come up just off the very top of the shoulders, squeeze strongly into that left side of the core, and gently twist over towards the right. Breathe. Continue to squeeze as you exhale to bring yourself back up. And come back down. And then again, when you're ready, we're going to do one more set. Inhale. I want you to squeeze the lower part of the shoulder blades down as you bring your arms up. So again, it doesn't matter how far you go. This is much more about isolating movements with the shoulders. Breathe here. Continue to activate through the shoulder blades. Now we're going to go ahead and activate through the front of the chest. Squeeze those pectoral muscles together so that you can bring the arms back up to perpendicular to the floor. Let it relax, pause. And then one more time. We're going to gently rotate over towards the left. So lift into that right shoulder, head and neck gently come up. Squeeze into that right side of the trunk, gently rolling over towards the left. Squeeze a little bit more, bringing yourself back upright. Let everything pause for a moment and relax. And then squeeze again, this time rotating over towards the right, squeezing into that left side of the trunk. Squeeze. And continuing to squeeze, inhale yourself back upright. Let the back of the head relax, shoulders relax, and then one more time, arms and block up over the head. So as your arms begin to come up and over your head, I want you to feel the lower portion of the shoulder blade pull down. Keeping everything steady, everything secure. Let this be slow movement so that you can really feel it. Breathe. And then when you're ready to reverse it, I want you to pull through, drawing the shoulders forward, coming from the pectoral muscles, squeezing strongly. Let it relax. Release the block. Oh. Take a moment, and here's what I want you to do. I want you to go ahead and take the right hand around the left wrist. And then I want you to take the left ankle over the right ankle. Gently lengthen yourself over towards the right and stretch into that left side of your body. Really feel that opening. Yumminess, yumminess. And then gently release, come back to neutral. Release your wrists, release the ankles. Now you're going to take that left hand around the right wrist, bringing it up and over the head, and you're going to allow the right ankle to come up over the left ankle. Strong inhale, and then as you exhale, gently roll your torso still on the back, but you're just making a crescent moon over towards the left, stretching into that right side body, breathing deeply. And then gently, slowly release, come back to neutral, unwind the hands, unwind the feet. Gently bend into the knees if you have not already, and then draw the knees high. Hands are going to come either underneath the kneecaps or just gently below. Gentle squeeze, gentle hug. Let everything release. Let everything relax. If it feels appropriate, feel free to just gently roll a little bit from side to side. Okay, from here, you're going to choose whichever direction feels best. Roll over onto your side and then press yourself up. Okay. How are we doing, you guys? Okay? All right. So, we're going to do a posture we haven't done before in class. We're going to do pigeon pose. So, those of you that have grumpy hips, we got lots of possibilities on this one, okay? So what I would like to do before we do it is I'd like to demonstrate it so that way you don't think I'm completely crazy when we try it. The first thing I want you to do is to have your chair handy, okay? So please make sure that you have your chair handy. What we're going to do is we're going to start up here. You're going to start, for example, with the right leg. So just make sure that I'm taking you through this as slowly as possible so that this feels comfortable, okay? So there's a couple different ways that we can do this. We can slide the leg out in front and then slide back, going only as far as is comfortable, but we have our hands on the seat of the chair so that we have lots of support, okay? To get out, you're going to have to press down through your hands, curl underneath the left knee, walk it forward, turn the foot, and then step back. That's one way to do it. If that feels like that's like a little awkward, you can do this from tabletop, okay? If you're doing it from tabletop, it's again a slide forward and across, and then a slide back, okay? So it's whichever feels best. So play with that for a moment and make sure that we've got you covered. There you go. Beautiful. Awesome, awesome. Now, we're not going to spend a long time here today, so don't fret. This is only going to be a couple cycles of breath, and then we're going to pull ourselves out because I know that this is a bigger posture than what we're used to doing. Okay? But I want you all to try it because the flexibility, everybody's got the flexibility to do it. It's just a question of making sure that, are you comfortable doing it? Yes, Mia?
What about the knee? I have a left knee I have to be careful of.
Okay, great. Hang on just a sec. I'm going to pause the recording. Voila. All right. Now that we have our adjustments, let's go ahead and start from knee. So we're going to start by opening the hips before I ask us to do this. So from here, so we've got our chair. We're about 4 feet away. We're going to start with our left leg, hands to hips, and I want you to just simply step that left foot forward. Okay, so now we're in the beginnings of lunge. Make sure that if knees are an issue, you've got lots of extra blankets underneath. As long as your body says yes, what I want you to do is we're going to extend through this right hip, which means I want you to begin to squeeze through this right glute. If you're afraid that you're going to lose the squeeze, I want you to take that right hand and just place it so it goes from the low back over the glute. So once you've got the squeeze, gently, slowly begin to slide. So all you're doing is you're just gently increasing the hinge through the left leg, but you're creating support through the hip by squeezing. And you're only going to go as far as it feels good. Beautiful, you guys. Nice. Now, you're going to shift the hips back. Nice. Step that left foot back. Now we're going to take the right foot forward. So we're going to do the same thing that we did on this other side. Beautiful, Peggy. Very nice. So again, I want you, because we're now going to extend through this left hip, I want you to bring your left hand from the low back down over the glute. And I want you to very gently begin to squeeze through the glute. The glute is going to help stop your body from going too far, all right? So this may be just like a couple millimeters, and that's fine. I want you instead to have a really active glute to control the extension through that left leg. Gently release, shift the hips back, step, good. Now we're gonna work this the other way. Again, I want you to step that right foot forward, or excuse me, left foot forward. This time, we're gonna shift the hips instead of forward, we're going to shift the hips back so that you can find some extension through this left leg. Let the hands come to the hips, find your core. So what you're looking for is just long, neutral spine, but you're very strong through your core to help protect the back muscles. As you begin to hinge, as soon as you feel this through the meat of the hamstring, so through the center of the hamstring muscles, stop. You may not go very far. If balance is an issue, you have your chair right there so that you've got fingers on the seat of the chair in order to keep yourself safe. Beautiful, good. All right, from here, you're going to gently squeeze through the glutes to bring yourself back upright. Gentle bend into this left knee. Step the knee back. Beautiful, you guys. Okay, here we go. Shift into the right leg. Got it? Again, remember you've got your seat right here if you need it. We good? Gently, slowly, straighten. So now we're shifting the hips back, lengthening into this right leg. Hands are either going to come to the hips or they're going to come to the seat of the chair. Gently use your core to begin to hinge forward through the torso. Again, as soon as you feel this through the center of the hamstring, please stop. Use that extended exhale, y'all. Breathe, breathe. And then gently, slowly, squeeze through the glutes to extend the torso upright. When you're back upright, bend into the right knee. Okay? All right, you guys. We're going to do one more set, but this time we're going to make it a little bit bigger. I want you to step forward with the left foot. If your body says yes, I want you to curl underneath. Let me move my blanket. I want you to curl underneath the right toes. You may need your fingertips at the seat. That's fine. Or you can do hands to hips. Do whatever feels better. You're going to squeeze strongly through this right glute and lengthen into that right leg. Ooh, yeah. Beautiful. Look at you guys go. Squeeze. Now, here's where your adductor muscles get involved. I want you to feel the inside of the left leg draw towards the inside of the right leg. So not only are you squeezing through the glute, you're also activating the adductors. Beautiful, you guys. Here we go. Can you release that and gently bend back into the knee and come back down? Beautiful, Barb. That looks awesome. You guys are rocking it. Good job. Step, left foot back. Step right foot forward. Here we go. Okay. When you're ready, hands can either come to the front of the seat for balance, or they can be at the hips. When you're ready, curl underneath those left toes. Squeeze into this left glute and lengthen into that left leg. Breathe. Let your body shake. You are creating lots of muscle heat right now. You also go. You ladies, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Take those adductor muscles, squeeze them together. Breathe. And then when you're ready, hands to the seat, hands to the hips, then into that left knee, come down and step that right leg back. Woo! How are we doing? We good? All right. Now we get to move into pigeon. So you're going to take the variation that's going to feel best for your knees and your hips. It can be something as simple as knee comes forward, toes and heel are stacked, slide that left leg back. If your body says yes, you can walk the lower leg out so that it goes across. Please find what feels best for you. Take your time. While you're here, I forgot to direct you. So the leg that is long, since I don't remember which leg we're on, I have my left leg back, but y'all might have a different leg, so do whichever leg is back, okay? I want you to squeeze into that glute. Because again, guess what? We're extending, right? So squeeze into the glute of the leg that is long. Oh, and notice how that changes the posture. Does it make it feel a little bit more stable for the knee and the hip? Okay, gently release that. You can bring your hands to the chair. The leg that's forward, you're going to bring that back. Step the other leg up. Beautiful. How are we feeling, everybody? Is this okay? Good. All right, awesome. Now we're going to change sides. So whatever you did on the first side, I want you to repeat and do on the second. Slide that opposite leg back. Okay. If you're stacking, you're going to keep the knee and the ankle underneath. If your hip and your knee say, no, I can do more, you're going to walk that foot out and come down. So really, truly, please only do what your body says. And hands can be on the seat of the chair or they can be on the floor. Again, I want you to try something here and observe how it changes the posture. A lot of times when we get to pigeon, we just hang out. It's like, oh good, no muscles don't have to do any work at all. Today I want them to work. So I want you to try the leg that is straight, the leg that is long. I want you to squeeze those glutes. And breathe. And just notice how that changes the posture for you. And then gently, slowly release that. Again, hands can come to the seat. Okay, you're going to slide the leg that was forward back. The leg that was back comes forward. Beautiful. Okay, now here we go. We're going to come to standing. So now we did all of this. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to play with the sun salutation again. So I'm going to adjust my camera. Here we go. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okie dokie. All right. We have our chair. If you need it, please make sure that you're using it if you need it for balance. So we're going to turn to face our chair because we love our chair. Take a moment, spread through the toes. So this is where I really invite you, because we've done these movements before, to see if you can do these movements with the breath that we began with, so that as you breathe, you're extending the exhale, okay? So that your arms come down by your side, palms facing out. Feel your shoulders relax. And then deep inhale. Bring those arms all the way out. Let the hands be wider than the shoulders. And as you're here, take a moment to feel the shoulders shrug, so we're elevating the scapula. And then I want you to take it into depression, so depressing the scapula. Pull down from that lower edge of the shoulder blade. And breathe. At the end of the inhale, let the palms touch. Exhale, bring it all the way back down. Thumbs to the sternum at the heart point. Breathe here. And then again, deep inhale. Let the arms stop wider than shoulder width. Again, elevate through the scapula, so shoulders come up towards the ears. Then feel, when you're ready, the bottoms of the shoulders draw down, so they're pulling down towards the center, towards your waist. From here, as you exhale, engage through that core, gently bend into your knees. You guys, this does not have to be a big bend. So notice how little I'm bending, and yet this is complete, lots and lots and lots of work. And then from here, next breath, gently, slowly continue to use your core. You're either going to roll down one vertebrae at a time, come down with a flat back. Let your hands rest right above your knees. Take that another deep inhale. Press down through the palms, lengthening the spine. Exhale, engaging through the core and allowing the body to fold. Again, you're doing either one vertebrae at a time or a flat back, whatever feels best. You can come down to fingertips. You can rest your hands at the shin. I want you to shift your body weight into that left foot. Get very light with your right, and then lightly step back. Beautiful, you guys. If you need to toe squish the foot forward, please toe squish the foot forward. You've got your seat right here, so you can place your hands on your seat to take high lunge. Beautiful, you guys. Awesome sauce. Breathe. Notice if you're using your glutes or if they went, I'm not going to work. So squeeze into that right glute. Okay? With your hands on the back of the seat, you're going to take as many steps as you need to, and I want you to take that left foot back to the right. So now we're in high plank. There we go, good. So just make the adjustments. Breathe. Oh, beautiful, you guys. From here, if your body says yes, you're either going to stay in high plank or, here we go, we're going to practice our pectoral muscles. Squeeze those pectoral muscles together for a moment, and then gently bend into the elbows and begin to find the retraction of the shoulder blades. From here, oh, here we go. Find the pectoral muscles. Push. Back into high plank. Woo! Shift your hips. Lengthen through the top of the body. And take the variation of downward facing dog that feels best for you. Breathe. Slow, deep inhale. Notice if the shoulder blades are up at the ears, so you're elevating your shoulders, and then see what happens if you draw the shoulder blades down, pulling from the lower end. Shift your gaze and your body weight. So now your body weight's going to go into your right foot. I want you to step that left foot forward. Take a moment, balance into that left foot, lightly step that right foot back. Again, we're back into lunge, other side. Breathe. Or are we on the same side? I may have biffed it. I apologize if I did. Notice if the glutes are working or if they're hanging out. What I want you to do next is if you are squeezing through the right glute, I want you to shift and begin to squeeze into the left, because you're going to shift your body weight into the left leg so that you can step up. Bend into the knees. This time I want you to squeeze strongly through both glutes, activate through the core. Inhale, bring yourself all the way up. Palms touch, exhale, bring it down to the heart. And now here we go again, second side, inhale. Hands come up, let them come wider than the shoulders. Take a moment, feel the shoulders elevate towards the ears, and then with the lower end of the shoulder blades, draw them down the rib cage towards the waist. When you're ready, gently exhale, bend into the knees ever so slightly. You guys, it doesn't need to be a huge squat. Breathe. Beautiful. Everybody looks fabulous. And now from here, engage through the core, hinge forward. Gentle fold. Let the hands come on top of the knees. Deep full inhale, find the length. Pressing down through the palms, lengthening through the torso. Exhale, hinge a little bit more deeply. Hands are either going to go ahead, come to the top or the shins, or they can come to the seat of the chair, or they can come down to the floor. So please do what feels best. This time I want you to shift your body weight into that right leg. Shift that left leg back. Big step. Find your high lunge. Beautiful, you guys. Please make sure that when you're here in high lunge, oh, nice adjustments, beautiful, that the knee and ankle are stacked. That's awesome, really nice adjustments. Thank you, beautiful. From here, you're gonna shift your body weight a little bit into that left side so that you can step that right foot back, high lunge. Breathe, beautiful, you guys. Very nice. Use your core. Again, I want you to use the pec muscles in the front, squeeze them together. Now, we're going to continue squeezing, but as we do that, we're going to bend into the elbows, and we're going to start retracting the shoulder blades as well. Breathe. Moving into low lunge, and then we're going to press ourselves back up. High lunge. From here, shift through the hips, step back. Take the variation of downward facing dog that feels best for you. Notice that the shoulders are up by the ears. Enjoy that bliss for a moment and then begin again to activate the lower portion of the shoulder blades and feel them draw down, creating space for the neck, stability for the back and the shoulders, so that your upper trapezius muscles actually begin to get a rest. Okay. From here, again, since I kind of biffed it on the first round, we're going to biff it again on the second round. I want you to shift into that left foot, step that right foot forward, step that left foot back again, squeeze through that left glute, high lunge once again. Now I want you to shift that, release the left glute, squeeze a little bit more strongly into the right, shift the body weight into the right foot so that you can lightly step forward. Press down through the feet. I want you to squeeze strongly through both glutes. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Exhale. Coming down to feel peace. Breathe. From here, let's come back down and we're gonna sit in our chair for a moment. Okay, and we're gonna work into our arms just a little bit more. I'm going to adjust the camera. All right, you guys. How did that feel? Did we get everybody warm? A little bit warm on that one? Yes, okay, good. All right, you guys, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play a little bit with protraction and retraction through the shoulder blades, a little bit more. We're gonna do this through eagle arms. So go ahead and bring your arms out. Take a moment to shake that right arm, that right hand, saying hello. As you exhale, that's the one that's gonna come underneath, okay? So depending on where your shoulders are, hands are either gonna rest on top of the shoulders or that right hand is going to come upright with the palm facing away and the left hand is then going to wrap around. Okay? All right? So we're going to play a little bit with this idea of protraction. So here's what I want you to do. Right here, I want you to see if you can squeeze your pectoral muscles together. And as you squeeze your pectoral muscles together, feel the forearms actually move away from you a little bit. And as you squeeze together, notice that that increases the amount of opening that you get in between your shoulder blades. And breathe. Gently release that. Unwind. Oh. Let the shoulders roll, you guys. That's a really big movement. Now we're going to move into retraction. Hands are going to come down by the seat so that it's comfortable. And right here, I want you just to take a moment and I want you to squeeze those shoulder blades together. Oh, not coming from the front. You're using the inner edge, the medial edge of the scapula. Squeeze those shoulder blades. And then let it relax. Roll the shoulders. Okay. So it's, what I find is that it's like we are not well acquainted as women with our pectoral muscles, the front muscles. So it's like it can be a real challenge to even try to find them. So please don't beat yourself up, right? It's like do the best you can. But know that, believe it or not, these are really large muscles and they really are supposed to be able to pull together. Okay, so we're living in the possibility. Yay! Okay. Here we go. Arms out. This time I want you to shake your left hand. Good. That's going to come underneath. Exhale. Underneath wrap. And this time, right hand is going to come round to meet. Breathe here for a moment. If you need to move your neck a little bit, please do. Sigh. Know that we're having a really good time because we love doing this. We love finding new muscles. Okay, again, I want you to take a moment. I want you to find those pectoral major muscles, pectoralis major, and I want you to squeeze them. As you squeeze them, notice that the forearms ever so slightly are moving away from you. Squeeze the pec muscles. Notice that you are not pushing at all from the back. You are pulling from the front. And then let it relax, unwind, let the shoulders roll. And then one more time, hands come down by the seat. Shift here, and now I want you to take those inner edges of the shoulder blades and I want you to squeeze them together. Gaze can come up towards the ceiling as you squeeze. Breathe. Finding opening and then let it relax. Oh, okay, good. We're going to finish with a little bit of a twist, but we're going to do it from a hip opener. Because I want to do one more hip opener for us today. Yay, go team. All right, so we're starting with our left leg. If You're going to bring it up and over, lovingly cross, okay? Again, you guys know if this is too much torque, you can always slide your knee over like this, okay? It's always okay. The only reason why I'm saying not to hold on is because we're going to do something with our arms. So all you're going to do is just simply, now that you have got your legs crisscrossed, you're going to go ahead and hinge ever so gently forward through the hips. Breathe deeply. Okay, and from this point, wherever you are, where the stretch feels really good and it feels like it's something that you want to lean into, you're now going to take this right hand, palm facing up, you're going to bring it across and just gently twist a little bit to the left, which may move the opening that you're feeling through that left hip up a little bit and a little bit more into the back, which is good. That's a good thing. We like that. Beautiful. Good. Everybody looks beautiful. Thank you. Awesome sauce. Just play right here. And then very gently, very slowly, release that right arm. Take a moment to notice if by doing that gentle twist that gave you a little bit more forward flexion through the torso. And then gently bring yourself back up. Now we're going to do the other side. So we're going to change. Right leg's going to come up and over. We're holding the awareness that the two sides may be different, so we're going to love where each side is. Again, if this is too much, feel free to cross a little bit more deeply. Be very gentle with what your body's telling you it can do. And then very gently coming from the hips, begin to come forward. Again, you're only taking this as far as it feels good, right? We want to be able to lean into this and go, this feels delicious. We would like our muscles to go, oh, yummy. Then you're going to take your left hand, palm facing up, slide it across, and gently twist the torso. And just take a moment as you're here, continuing to breathe, continuing that extended exhale. Just notice how your body feels on this side. Beautiful. Ladies, you look stunning. That looks great. And breathe. Good. And then very gently, very slowly, unwind. Release the leg. And now it's time for final relaxation. Yay! You did it. Beautiful, beautiful. So come on down. You guys have your option. You can either throw your legs up your chair or you can go all the way down. Please take what feels best. Use whatever bolsters, blankets feel best for you. Gently, slowly bring yourself all the way down. Whatever method feels best. Let your eyes gently close. Let your arms come down by your sides, palms facing up. One more time. Slow, steady inhale, slow, steady exhale. Go ahead and take 2 cycles of breath where you are once again extending the exhale. And then at the end of that second round of breath, just allow your breath to release. Let your body soften and relax. Take a moment, and if you feel that you have any area that's still holding any kind of residual tension, just take a moment, take that full deep inhale, and then tighten everything. Tighten your entire body. Toes, legs, glutes, core, shoulders, arms, hands, neck, face. Squeeze, and then let it relax. Give yourself permission to feel good, to feel at peace, to feel soft. Allow the ground to support you. Let your breath hold you. Gently, slowly, begin to find your way back. Start with fingers and toes, hands and feet. Allow them to make whatever movements feel best for you. Come back to your breath. And then use that breath to bring your arms up over your head to stretch. Really lengthen fingertips to toes. And then gently draw the knees high into the chest. Wrap your arms around. Give yourself that gentle hug. Gently roll yourself onto whichever side feels best. Press yourself up. Let your hands come back to prayer one last time. Thumbs resting at the heart spot on your sternum. Thank you all so very much for allowing me to be part of your practice today. Wonderful to get to spend time with you. I honor the divine in you, that is the divine in me, that is the divine in all of us. Namaste, and may the blessings be.